Hi, this is San Francisco Wing Chun, and it's Sunday morning Siu Nim Tao with today's topic of when you're stepping in, you point your foot inward. In Chinese, it is yep bo buan yup bat ji. So when you're entering, your feet should make the eight character in Chinese, which looks like that. Okay, so we're gonna do our Siu Nim Tao. Relax, warm up, and I'll go over that saying later on. So let's get started. Okay, let me adjust. Okay, so let's warm up. Move a little bit. Shake any kind of stress out of your hands. Okay, don't crack your knuckles. All right, feet together. Hands up. Along the side of your body. Bend. Okay, take your 3 deep breaths. All right, head up, straight back. Out. Back in. Just settle. Okay, settle downward. And you want to have a fist apart between your knees. Just relax and settle. Okay, so you're thinking about the 5 things that we talked about earlier. That is Dang Tao, Teng Yu, Mai Zhang, Lok Ma, Kim San. Okay, head up, straight back, hip tuck, right? Lower stance, knees close together, elbows inward. So those 5 things actually carry through in a lot of different areas. So we'll be talking about the Yep Bo Bun, Yep Bat Ji, right? So that plays an important role with keeping the knees close together. Just nice and calm. Relax your shoulders. Right, so when you tell people to relax, we say 放松. This is the second 复烧. Nice and relaxed. Just settle into your stance. All right, and right here, you should be able to withstand a little bit of pressure here, but don't tense up the elbow. With your fingers pointing forward. What's that? Yeah, don't muscle it. As Jack Ling would say, if it's strong, it's wrong. Should be relaxed, sinking elbow energy. There you go. And here you just push your elbow off to the side, come back, push your elbow forward. Just emphasizing some of the things we talked about before. Lik Chong Dei Hei, using the energy from the ground, right? So you feel like you're connected to the ground, having good structure, pushing your elbow forward. Okay. First Tan Sao, and then now first Fok Sao. Nice and slow. So while your knees or your thighs may be burning, just try to relax, stay calm. Just relax. And then as you do more and more Siu Nim Tao, your legs will still burn. It just takes a little bit longer to get to that burning point. So that burning sensation, that is part of the bitter training. We learn how to eat bitter.
Is this the third one?
This is the third one, yes. Right, so you learn how to enjoy or at least endure the bitter parts while remaining calm. Right? But that is part of the essence of Kung Fu. Kung Fu is the Chinese word for Kung Fu, Gong Fu. And it sounds like the word bitter, right? So people say Gong Fu is Fu Gong. So Gong Fu is bitter work. Okay, right. Right, downward with the elbow. Out. Again, drop. Okay, flat. Throat strike. Down. Just relax your shoulders slowly. You get to about here, and then regular speed. Back. Pak Sao. So we're doing the Pak Sao just across the chest for this. The application may be a little bit different. Okay, Tan, Jat, Tan. To about here is like 8 o'clock. Strike. Jat, Tan, Yun. It's about 4 o'clock here. Bong, Tan, strike. Bong, Tan, strike. Gang Sao across your center. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Go back and very good. Okay, so that is our Siu Nim Tao. So remembering that part about Kim Set, keeping the knees together. When we do the Yet Bo, one step, Yet Bo Bun. So that first part of the saying is Yet Bo. Yet Bo is here. Bun is here, right? 1 step and a half. That's Yet Bo Bun, right? So Yep Bo Bun Yup. So when you're entering, that last part is entering. So Emma, she has her foot pointing inward like this. So this is straightforward, right? And I want to point that foot inward, right? So when I take that step and a half, Yep Bo Bun Yup. When entering, right, moving forward, I want to have the 8 character Ba Ji. So the character 8 in Chinese, it looks like that, right? So pointing, if this is the toes, they're pointing inward. Step and a half inward. Ba Ji is the 8 character. So when Emma's entering, so she's heading toward my center of gravity. She takes a step and a half, right? And this foot is pointing inward for her, right? So if we'll point towards the camera, okay? So here, that foot is pointing inward, right? So that means her knees are close together. Remember we talked about Kim Sat. That is knees together. Technically squeezing together, but here it really means just knees together. Now if her foot goes out more, this knee pops out. So that's why if you keep that bent, keep it bent. See, when this foot turns inward, this knee gets closer to the other knee. So that is the significance of that. We would like in Wing Chun to protect the center, right? So this helps by angling the foot inward. This helps that knee get closer to the other knee, providing that protection. Okay, but still at this point, it's still light on that front foot, right? So if I try to sweep her, she still has it, and it's still going to be the bat ji, right? Like that. Okay, all right, so more practice.
Example.
Okay, let's try it again. So when she's entering, yeah, switch sides if you like. All right, make sure this knee is bent. Create the 8 character, right? Create the 8 character with that front foot. It doesn't have to be all the way like this, right? But enough so that you have a fist apart here, right? And then the further out your foot goes, the more space is in between your knees, right? So that is the importance of the bat ji. So let's practice a little bit of that as she's entering. Yep, bo bun, right? 1.5 steps. Yup. Coming in, she's going to take a step here, and she's aiming towards the center of my gravity. So if my center of gravity is here, between the feet is going to be right here. She wants to aim for that spot. So she's very close, right? So that she's going to push me back easily, right? So that is her objective. And to maintain, not just to push me back, but to maintain that distance, the pressure, stick with me, right? So when you step in and push me back, stick with me, yeah, right? And here, when she's at this close, it's very hard for me to attack and defend unless I know how to deal with it. But it's difficult if she's able to get to that spot there, right? And it's difficult for me to get in here because the knees are close together. Okay, so when you guys are practicing, make sure when you're taking the step and a half, right? That the half, that the knee is close together, which means you create the bat ji, the 8 character with your feet, right? Not out like this, but like that. That brings your knee closer to the other knee, right? Similarly, when you are turning this front foot facing forward, doesn't have to be back here, right? But facing forward, somehow forward, it also creates the bat ji, the 8 character, right? So if I turn and my foot's out here in this direction, you see what happens with the knee. It pops way out, okay? So if you can minimize the other foot, the lead leg foot, from going out, that's more helpful in keeping the bat ji. In other words, keeping the knee close together to the other knee. So when you're practicing your turns, yeah, don't have your foot go a full 90 degrees, right? So here's pointing inward bat ji, still bat ji. Now, when you turn to 90 degrees though, so here, don't have your foot go to 90 degrees as well. It's going to be here, still pointing forward, and then when I go to 90 degrees, all right, this one's going to turn a little bit more, so hips and shoulders to 90, and then this foot is about 45 from 0, and then turn back to center, okay? So the bat ji is actually quite important in Wing Chun. The 8 character, keeping your knees close together. And so I hope everybody is doing well, keeping safe. Remember, wear your masks. COVID is still out there. So stay safe and keep practicing, and I'll see you next week.